The new Elden Ring Nightreign DLC, The Forsaken Hollows, releases on December the 4th. No, it is not going to release on March. This is why people shouldn't always focus on things like leaks and rumors and always wait for the official news to be announced. But yes, this new DLC is going to have 2 new Nightfarers, 2 new Nightlords, a shifting earth event, alongside some more enemies, bosses, points of interests, and maybe new weapons, relics, and spells. Now, this is only going to be a $15 DLC, so if you were expecting a whole brand new map, that was pretty much never going to happen. It was always going to be around about this much content. In terms of this amount of content being worth it, who knows? We don't have the DLC yet. I haven't played it yet. I can't give my opinions on whether or not it's going to be worth the $15. But I was expecting to at least have 2 new Nightfarers and 2 new Nightlords. I was expecting at least 2 different Shifting Earth events, but it seems like we're only getting the 1. But to start off with, I want to talk about the new Nightfarers. We have the Undertaker, which is a strength faith-based character, and then we have Scholar, which is an arcane-based character. The first Nightfarer shown was Undertaker, which is an abbess who is mandated to slay the Night Lord, boasting impressive strength and faith. She sends enemies to fight the afterlife with ruthless efficiency. So yes, this is a strength faith-based character that is going to be wielding some hammers, which I'm super excited about. And if she's more likely to find things like the Maracas hammer, it's going to synergize perfectly with this build. But the only thing that we really have shown here is going to be what seems like her ultimate attack, which seems like it is really cool. Don't really have many opinions on this, but a hybrid-based character is really cool, especially when you do start off with a decent weapon type. The only thing that I'm concerned about with this character is that they're not likely to find seals, so you have to go out of your way to try and find them, and seals are just more annoying to find than staves, because there's no Sorcerer's Rise equivalent to the incantations. And also, a lot of the seals just need to be updated. The Finger Seal needs to come with a damaging spell, the Giant Seal needs to come with a Giant's Flame incantation. So hopefully those things get changed before this character is added. But the second Nightfarer is the Scholar, an academic who walks the lands betweens, boasting impressive arcane levels. He gains incredible advantages through battlefield observation. Now, it's only stated here that he boasts impressive arcane levels. And having arcane be your highest stat isn't really that good of a thing, because the only thing that arcane really does do is make your status effects proc faster. That's really it. Like, there aren't many weapons that actually have their damage scale of arcane. In fact, there's only like about 10 to 20 of them. And it seems like this guy is going to be starting off with a thrusting sword, and there's also no arcane scaling thrusting swords in the game. There are like status effect thrusting swords, but their damage isn't going to be improved with arcane. But I am assuming that his starting is going to come with an arcane scaling. Now, there most likely is going to be a second stat that this guy is going to synergize well in, and it most likely will be intelligence. But it's weird that they didn't actually state it, because with the Undertaker, it stated that she has impressive strength and faith, but this character, they just stated arcane, which is really odd to me. And also, no, there are no spells that actually have their damage scale of arcane. Every single catalyst in Nightreign just either has an intelligence or a faith-based scaling. But when it does come to the gameplay shown for this character, it does look like he uses this ultimate attack here that summons a book. It kind of looks like he's bringing it out as like a stance, kind of similar to Revenant holding out her character skill to summon her allies. I might be wrong on that, but the animation does look a lot longer. And if this is an ultimate, I wonder if it is an ultimate that has multiple different options, because what it seems like to do is debuff enemies in some way. And also, it does apply a buff to himself as well. But that buff doesn't actually get applied straight away. It only gets applied afterwards, which I'm assuming is based on kills. Who knows exactly how it works? It'll be interesting to find out. But in terms of what we see from the 2 new Nightlords, I don't really have any opinions. They look really cool. In terms of the new Shifting Earth event, it also does look pretty cool. It seems like it's going to be a very large Shifting Earth event. And it seems like at the end of this Shifting Earth event, to what I'm assuming is a big giant divine tower, we actually are going to be fighting the Divine Beast, or the Dancing Lion, at the very top of it, which is a remembrance boss from Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Which, speaking of that DLC, we do seem to have some gameplay shown for the Fire Knights and the Mesmer Soldiers. And maybe they end up dropping their weapons. Hopefully we end up getting like a Fire Knight's Greatsword that actually comes guaranteed with the Flame Spear Ash of War. That would be nice. But there were some other additional bosses shown. We did actually see Gladius be outside of his boss room and be in the expedition. So I'm assuming we are going to get a Gladius raid. And it looks like it's just going to be the singular dog. It's not going to be a triple dog fight. So it's just probably going to be either an invasion or some type of raid where we are going to fight just a solo version of Gladius. And we do also see Artorias in this game as well, which is either going to be a day 1 or day 2 night boss. And I am assuming that we are going to get another night boss for every single Souls game. And hopefully there are also DLC enemies, because this is actually going to be the first Dark Souls DLC boss that we do see in the game. So hopefully we end up seeing a Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 DLC boss, and maybe even see an Elden Ring DLC boss at the end of day 2. Yes, we do see the Dancing Lion, but this boss seems to be a Shifting Earth event boss. So seeing something different at the end of day 2 would be pretty nice. Now in terms of how this DLC is probably going to be set out, it's probably just going to be 2 separate expeditions that's going to be placed at the bottom of the expedition menu, and is only going to be accessible by DLC owners. So all the new content is probably going to be thrown in there. All the new enemies, all the new bosses, they're probably going to be specific to those expeditions. So if you are not a DLC owner, you obviously won't have access to the new expeditions or the new Nightfarers, but you probably won't even be able to play the new points of interest, the new Shifting Earth event, or even bosses like Artorias as well. Now, in terms of how that gets implemented into Deep of Night, I'm not too sure. It'll probably just end up being a separate Deep of Night DLC pool. Maybe they don't actually add it to Deep of Night altogether, but I am actually excited for this DLC. I am thankful that it is only going to come out in 3 weeks. But is this thing going to be like this massive giant update that's going to like save the game for a lot of people? No. Basically, every single DLC that From Software has put out has always just been more of the same. That's all it's been. You just get more of the exact same stuff, but it's typically just higher quality on average. So if you aren't a fan of Nightreign, this DLC probably isn't going to do anything for you. If you are a big fan of Nightreign, this DLC is probably going to be amazing. Either way, let me know what your opinions are down in the comments below. Let me know which Nightfarer you are most excited to play with the most. And also, please do check out my latest video ranking all the Soulsborne katanas. That video did take a lot of effort, and it would mean a lot if you guys gave it a view. Anyway, catch you guys around. See yas. We get something. Oh, we get something! I told you! DLC! It's the same map. Is that a new Shifting Earth? We're gonna turn it up. Oh, there's a Fire Knight in there.
We must bring an end to it ourselves.
DLC enemies. Come on, show us the new shit.
Curse this Dreglord.
The Dreglord? Who was that? Oh, it's a crystal place. Oh, it's those big giants. What was that? Who's that? It's a hammer person. Oh, shit. Oh, it's a guy with a book. Oh, that's clean.
The aftermath of the long night.
That's clean. Why is Gladius in the fucking expedition? The Divine Beast?
I suppose he
What?
must be again.
Artorias? No way. Oh, look at that skybox. Who is that? The Forsaken Hollows? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. December the 4th. See, I told you this year. I told you. That's in 2 weeks? 3 weeks.
お楽しみいただけましたでしょうか。私も早くプレイしたいゲームばかりです。PS5 の5周年という節目に
We peeking.
改めて
We're back.
PS5 の体験をご説明する